Hello, my friends. Now we are recording, let's see, this webinar 2. Welcome to the webinar 2. And I hope that you have a good weekend. Today, we are going to finish the excellence model and then talk about this second week. It's more about financing, okay? Let me share here. Oh, sorry, before. Have you the opportunity to go through this the second week? The presentations and let's see the lessons. You have the opportunity already or not? Yes, you have the opportunity to go through the lessons in this second week or not yet?
I went through the lessons. Good morning, everyone.
Okay.
This is Moses Esowa. I went through the lesson. Just as I was not able to post, the methods I've used to increase finance at my institution. I tried to do something, but I was not able to post it.
Okay, thank you, Soa. Okay, thank you. Yes, it's very interesting. We are going to talk the second part of this webinar about this second week, but it's very important because it's talking about the financing. And we know that the financing is very important. And of course, about the partnerships too, okay? But okay, let me share my screen, then we can continue our talk about management. 1 second, please. Now I think it's okay. You can see, 1 second, please.
Yes, we can. Yeah.
Is okay. The site is okay.
If you can, yeah, that is better.
Better. Okay.
Thanks.
No, it's okay. It's
Good.
my pleasure.
Good.
Okay. We finished, okay, last week we finished talking about customers. Sorry, the last one was society, okay? I'd like to remind you about this model, okay? What this model is are telling us, okay? If the leaderships knows the customers, knows the society, the leaderships can define strategies and plans that will be, let's say, the strategic plans will be performance by people and process that will get results. And all this surround with information and knowledge. This is the management model. And as I told you last week, we can apply this for any organization and any size of organization. Let's talk about leaderships, okay? When we talk about leaderships, we are talking about first.
Society, las organizaciones. Ali, ¿qué es allá? Lo azul que se ve. Sí.
Hey, Tatiana, please, I didn't understood you. Okay, I'm trying to understood you.
Bueno, pues que no vaig treure l'aigua clara, tia. És que volia dir ella en society. Jo entenc que nosaltres fem...
Yeah, sorry, I don't get. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's go ahead. Sophia, did you understood or not?
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Tatiana was talking to us actually.
Oh, yeah. That
Tatiana?
No, okay, let's move ahead.
Tatiana has opened the mic.
Okay.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, it happened. So when we talk about leaderships, okay, of course, leaderships drive the culture of excellence by example. What means that as a leadership, we need be an example, okay? For sure, we are responsible for achieving results. And be sure, my friends, without results, our TVET center or our institutions don't exist. We need to have a good results, okay? And of course, leaderships ensure stakeholder satisfaction and organizational learning, okay? So we are talking here about corporate governance, exercise of leadership and promotion of a culture of excellence, analyzing of the organization performance. That is the key point. Okay, the leaderships must have some system to analyze the performance of the organization. That's the key point. So, as we did last week, okay, I have here 5 questions, but we are going to talk about only about one, okay, in this webinar. In the presential model in December, maybe we can go through all these 5 questions. So, how are the key decisions made, communicated, and implemented in your organization? Who could we share some experience with us? How are the key decisions made, communicated, and implemented in your institution or in your TVET center? Someone would like to share with us how it works okay, Garcia, please go ahead.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Key decisions in my organizations are made in a very long manner. It involves so much time, okay? Since we are a very large organization, there are consultations within departments, within divisions, within small units in the entire organization. And then whenever a policy is passed or a guidelines is passed, it is commented by everyone, from the specialist down to the analyst, down to even the assistants, okay? And it's all consolidated and it's all addressed, all those comments. And then once those comments are addressed, it is recirculated again to everyone. So it's a tedious process. But the point here is whenever a policy or a guideline is passed, there's inclusiveness amongst staff in the organization. And then once the guidelines or the policy is passed, it is very well communicated in terms of a handbook. They publish a handbook, and then also they do consultation. No, not consultation anymore. They do roadshow event to promote the new guidelines, and after which it's implemented immediately. That's all, sir. Over.
Okay, thank you, Garcia. We can see that you have, let's see, very well structured organization, and we know, my colleagues, that the challenge is to have, let's see, all these decisions, all the policies to reach, let's see, the bottom of the organization, or all the employees, or all the people in the organization. That's a big challenge. Congratulations, Garcia. You have a good system. Okay, thank you. Kemokai, please.
Thank you very much. So from our end, our decisions are made from directors meeting. So we have 3 directors in our institution. There is a monthly directors meeting, and thereafter there are senior staff meeting that is head of different departments. Then subsequently there's a general meeting. So we communicate through a WhatsApp group chat. We have the director group chat, we have senior management group chat, and we also have a group chat for all of our employees. That is how our decisions are made and they are communicated. So based on the decisions that are made and communicated, implementation are also in line with decisions that are made.
Thank you. Thank you. Very interesting. Okay, using, let's see, the technology, using, let's see, the WhatsApp groups, and okay, you can connect and you can, let's see. Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting system. Okay, thank you, Kemokai. Someone else or in the chat box, Sophie, you help me. I don't know. At least one more.
Mr. Sowa was raising his hand actually.
Yes, in my institution, decision making, lengthy formalities. And we have people that are permanent on the body, like principal, the vice, and the registrar. And whoever is going to be added to that, it depends on what the decision is going to be made. If it's academic, we'll bring in the dean of that, and whatever decision taken, he has to communicate with the heads and lecturers. And if it has to do with finance, it has to do with finance, then we will include the finance officer. And the finance officer, maybe
Can you sorry, Dionisio, can you understand?
No, it's
No, because I think there is a problem with your connection, Mr. Sowa. We can there are many cuts in your in the speech. If you want, you can write a message in the chat box.
Okay.
Is that fine with you?
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Okay, you
And
have
I
one
saw
more.
another well, two other hands raised of Ernestina Adu and I don't know who this participant is. 20126. Mr. or Mrs. 20126.
Okay. Briefly, please, Ernestina Adu, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you and good morning from here. I'm speaking from Ghana. So in my organization, most of our vocational skills training programs are projectized. So for each intervention, one technical advisor is put in charge, and that advisor has the responsibility of designing the program. How do you want the vocational skills program to look? What are the skill areas that you want to be implemented? What should be the duration of the skill? Who are the target group? Should it be educated, uneducated? Should it be semi-skilled, unskilled, and all that? So once you do that, you put it in a concept, and then you add the course outline to it, and then you submit to management for approval. So this also comes with a budget. And then for most of what we do, we also get experts who implement for us. So we do not do the skills training ourselves. So for instance, if it's a training in, let's say, catering or baking, we are expected to shortlist 5 specialized TVET organizations or companies that we believe can implement for us, probably based on recommendation or something we know about them. And then once the go ahead is given and everything goes through, we get started. Yeah, so that is how it works from us.
Okay, thank you, Ernestina. Yeah, it's another system. Okay, here we are sharing the experience. It's very interesting. You, let's see, build the strategic, the plans, okay, training program, and then you we hire someone, to implement it, okay. And of course, you needed to follow up and to make the control of that. I mentioned this, okay. Thank you for this different approach. Okay, thank you. Okay, the next one, 126. Sorry to call you like that. Okay, please go ahead.
Bonjour, je me présente. C'est Monsieur Dia de la Mauritanie.
Hello, I am introducing myself. So, here, any kind of decision for our training center are usually taken when we have the budget meeting. So at that point, we are a training department, and so the the general management and resource management will prepare any decision. So after the decision is taken and we have the budget, at that point, we need to understand where the orientation will go. In other words, what they choose to do. So this is how we take the decision. So the decision is linked always to the general management decision and to the budget.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. One more experience. Okay, I think it's quite normal. Okay, you have, let's say, the top-down decisions, and then goes to the management. Okay, and the operation part. Okay, thank you, thank you. So, my friends, let's move ahead. Okay, we'll talk about leaderships now. Okay, strategic and plans. Okay, so short and long-term action plans that we are talking about. Okay, we needed to define, okay, what kind of strategic and plans we are going to perform, and of course we have already talked about this permanently monitored and evaluated. That's the key point. Okay, so strategic plans, of course, was developed by the board, okay, directors and managers, of course, developing strategies and implementing of strategies. And talk about implementation, okay, that is very hard, because to make plans, it's, let's see, the soft part, but to implementing it, it's a hard work to implement the strategies. So, I think we talk about this, but how are the short and long-term goals established? It's connected with the leadership for sure, okay? But how are the short and long-term goals established in your organization? Someone would like to share with us the experience? Garcia, again, please go ahead.
I think one of our recent example for this one is the COVID pandemic. During the onset of the pandemic, there were a lot of requests from our customers, our clients, the governments, requesting for loans for, like, let's say, education. Oh, we need to purchase laptops, we need to purchase tablets, okay? So our organization responded to that on a quickly and timely manner. So our short-term goals at that time was to release a new product, which is an emergency loan. We did not have any emergency loan back then, but with the request of our customers, it's the customers that triggered our new product, which is the emergency loan. So we were able to establish short-term goals in that regard. I don't have something to share for long-term goals. Over.
Okay, thank you, Garcia. Garcia brings, okay, in discussion, very interesting point, because when we talk about the strategic plans, normally we think, okay, we have this strategic, this plan, and normally work, okay, medium terms or long terms plans. But the situation changed, and we needed to be, let's see, as Garcia told us, his organization was very fast change, and look what the customers needs. That's the point, because our organization is, let's see, exists to solve the customers' problems. And so it's a very good example with the COVID. We need, the Garcia organization needs to have a short programs, short plans to attend the customers. And so always that one situation changes, we need to look to our customers and have a short plans or solutions for these needs of the customers. We are going to talk about this in the second part of this webinar today. Thank you, Garcia. Someone else?
Yeah,
about...
I think there is a Thomas Alissantamba. raising
Please.
hand.
Go ahead, Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas Allison Tama from Liberia and Inman organization, the Boko Washington Institute. Our short terms goals are established, but departments coming up with short-term objectives that will last for a quarter or a year, the work plan, and those are taken to our council meeting. Once approved, then it is being implemented. For the long term, we have a roadmap that we call the BDR strategic plan. It's a 5-year. Every 5 years, we sit and make a plan for 5 years, but it's a review every year. And that roadmap outlines where the institution is headed within 5 years. So we have that strategic long-term plan, and it's formulated from the cabinet. We have the BDR cabinet, take it down to the council, and then take it down to the General Assembly. And after the General Assembly accepts, then we take it to the board for approval and other interaction. So for our short term, it's based on department sessions. We come up with their short-term establishment, and then it should be linked to the long-term goal.
Okay, thank you, Thomas. If you I understood. Okay, you said roadmap. Okay, you have one roadmap established. Yes. Okay, that is very interesting. Okay, the roadmap for 5 years, and of course you follow this every year, and of course you have short plans too. Yeah, it's interesting to have this. Let's see, this roadmap development is like that. Thank you, Thomas. Okay, someone else, then we can go on. Again, my colleagues, okay, we are having a short talk about this, and the idea is in the presidential week there in Torino, we can work more about that. And my idea is to build some kind of improvement opportunities for each these 8 criteria, okay? And then we are going to have a time to work on that and set some priorities and set some action plans to improve all these 8 criteria. Okay, someone else, Sophie, or not, then we can go on. Okay, you will have
I don't know, in the chat box we have
Okay.
Mr. Chroma who was written, but
Okay.
I don't know if you
No,
just
I
want
will look at it, yeah.
to
Yeah,
look that.
from roadmap, okay, from the minister, inputs and approval, okay. Yeah, thank you, Roma. Thank you. Okay, let's move ahead. Then I put this stop only to remind you, okay, again, about our management excellence model. So keep this in mind, my colleagues, okay? Because this we can apply in any kind of organization, okay? You can, let's see, a small adaptation, but in the end is like that, okay? The logic of that. Through demands of the customer and society, leaderships develops strategic and plans that are executed by people and process with the goal of generating results, and all this with information and knowledge. That is one, let's say, management excellence model. So let's talk about people that are very important, of course. Without people, the organization doesn't exist. Okay, people, of course, make the organization exist, okay? Of course, people who make up the organization must be trained and motivated to work, and the consolidation of a culture of excellence. So, of course, the question, okay, you are talking about people. When you talk about people, you talk about work system, employee training and development, quality of life. That is the 3 topics, okay? So, again, we have 4 questions here, but let's talk about one. How are people's performance evaluated in order to stimulate goals, achievement, and professional development. Again, we would like to talk about how are people performance evaluated and stimulate the goal achievement, and how you are, let's see, professional develop, how you are stimulate for your professional development. That is very important, my friends, because we are talking about us, we are talking about people in the organization. Someone would like to share with us if you have some system that the people are evaluated in your organization? No one? Are you with me, my friends?
There is a hand raised.
Okay, Garcia, please.
Okay, I think in the early days, the evaluation will come from the evaluator going down to the person being evaluated. But in our organization, the flow is the person being evaluated will draft his own evaluation based on how he has done for the past months. Okay, so it's a personal reflection of the person being evaluated. So once that is drafted, once that is finalized, that is submitted to the evaluator. So I think this is a good practice in our organization, because there's more reflection in terms of the person being evaluated. And with that reflection, it's easily to stimulate the professional development of that person. For example, in my case, I will evaluate myself from January up to November. And I will put in my evaluation that, oh, I need training in management vocational training course. I need to attend this course, blah, blah, blah. So there's more reflection in it. And I am being stimulated to achieve my goal because I am the one recommending, and then my evaluator will just confirm it if my reflection is aligned with the organization's policy, organization's goals, etc. Over.
Thank you, Garcia. It's again, it's very interesting. Okay, this approach about reflection. Okay, I will try to say one thing. Okay, we don't learn about what happened with us, but we learn about the reflection that we did about what happened with us. I hope that you can understand. Okay, sorry about my English, but the idea is that we learn when we reflect. And Garcia brings this, okay, it's very interesting because normally we have one assessment, okay, that we fill up, okay, then goes to our, let's say, manager, and then we have the normal meeting, we sit down with them and analyze that. But it's very important that we reflect and we take the responsibility for our professional development. That is the key point. We needed to be responsible for our improvement and not wait for the organization that provide all, let's see, the training, all the motivation. We needed to motivate ourselves to learn. And we are talking about learning, life learning development, okay? So it's very interesting. Thank you, Garcia. Someone else? Please help me. We have
there were two hands raised, but I think they lowered the hands. So okay, we have Mr. Doe. Jonathan Robertson Doe.
Yes, please, Mr. Dewey, go ahead.
Dewey.
Dewey.
Thank you so much. Jonathan Robertson Doe from Liberia. Speaking about how are people's performance evaluated in order to stimulate, yes, I agree with my brother who spoke. Another side to it is that what is it that this person was assigned to do? what is the requirement, what is it this person was called to do? If I'm assigned in a particular workplace, for example, what exactly am I to be doing? So on the basis of what a person has to do or being assigned to do, administration and a different focal person will now do an evaluation of the person's assignment, what they were to do. Did they meet up to it? Did they reach up to the target? On the basis of that evaluation, you can be able to tell as to what to interject in terms of what correction to make, what improvement to make, and what is it that is needed to be done to help them to improve on whatever they have to do. In short, we call it the performance appraisal. So when you do a performance appraisal, it is very important. At that point, you will get to know where the person are, how they can be helped, and how they can be encouraged and provide some professional development. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dewey. One thing that I can comment is, again, it's interesting. Okay, how I can say that? Okay, but as a manager or the organization, we needed to clear the expectation, to have it very clear what we expect from the people. Okay, that it's very important, because I have some studies with some research with me here that say that only 50% of the people inside the organization attend the expectation of the company. So to ask and have a very clear expectation what the people must do or performance in their job is very important, for sure. Thank you, Dewey. Okay, someone else, or we can move ahead. Let's.
There were 2 comments in the chat box, if you want to have a look.
Okay, I'm having a look here.
About
okay.
evaluation.
Yeah, learning. Yeah, learning never stops, my friend. Okay, and okay, professional development, continuing professional development. Okay, it's personal development plans that we needed to do. Okay, to have on the job, of course. On the job training, we learn more than 70% of our learning happens in the work, okay, on the job, and so we needed to have a very good organization atmosphere, learning atmosphere in our organization. Thank you, my contribution. So let's move ahead. Now we talk about people. Okay, the process. Of course, we need to have people, but we need to have a process. And we are going to have a special, let's see, sections in the presidential weeks. Okay, there in December, we are going to talk about process mapping in the PPP Center. Okay, but again, when we talk about process, we are talking about the way that we create value for the customers. Because again, we need to have the results, we need to attend the customers' needs. So, and to do this, we need to work in kind of a process. When we talk about process, we are talking about primary or essential process, and of course, support process, purchasing process, economic financing process, and of course, in PPP centers, we will put more focus in the presidential weeks about the education process. Okay? That is very important, how we create new courses, how we establish this course, how we perform this course. So we are going to talk more about the education process. But let's make a question here. How are developed new products and services in your organization? How are developed? How are the process to develop a new products and service? When do you launch one new course. How we define this and how we performance define this product? Someone would like to share with us? Someone from TVET centers, how we define a new product and service in the TVET center?
Dionisio, if I may, there was a comment from Tatiana during your previous slide on evaluation,
Okay.
and she was she has a bad connection, so I'm not sure she will talk, but she was saying actually we don't evaluate teachers or coordinators, so people, as you asked. But we evaluate processes. So maybe that is part of the, I mean, evaluating processes is part of the process for develop new processes, new products, and so on. So I think she anticipated your next slide.
Yeah, okay, I'm looking in the chat box, okay, Tatiana, yeah, we don't evaluate teachers or coordinators. Okay, but we evaluate process. Yeah, okay, again, we need to check the process, because if everything is right in the process, we are going to get the results for sure. Okay? And that is, again, we are going to talk about education process there in our presential week in Turin, okay? It's important to talk about the education process. Thank you, Tatiana. Kemokai, please go ahead.
Yes, the question is how we develop new product, the processes in developing new products. So as a vocational training center, our products are developed based on the demand. I want to bring in this example. So currently in Liberia, we have what we call the tricycle and the motorcycle. We got young people that are riding tricycle and motorcycle all across the city and in the suburb. So we have realized that there is a market. There is a need for people to repair tricycle and motorcycle. So our interest now in our new training activities is to introduce repair of light engines. So we're going to introduce that in our next training cycle. So based on the demand, we have seen there's a market there and there's a demand for tricycle and motorcycle. They are all available all across Liberia. So that is one process in which we follow to develop a new product, light engine repair, as we would want to call it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Komakai. Some points, okay. Komakai told us that they see the opportunity because a lot of motorcycles and tricycles are running in the city, and so they see this opportunity, okay. What I would like to say about, let's say, establish new training programs, that it's increasing, okay, the needs to be very fast because the changes are fast, and we need, what I'm trying to say is that to define one program and launch this program cannot be so long. It is always getting shorter and shorter, okay? Because we need to attend the market, we need to attend the customers, and when we see one opportunity, we need to have a good process to develop this training program or launch a new product, okay? Thank you, Komakai. Please, Garcia.
Okay, so how do we develop new products in our organization? So first and foremost, it should be triggered by something, or it should be triggered by someone, okay? So we go out to our customers, to our government clients. So we always assess what are the needs. Is there a need, or do we create a need for them? So two different things. No?
Yeah, yeah.
And then if we establish the need already, we craft or we create the product that is unique or that is aligned with the need. Okay, so in the early days, our bank would just have an education loan. We just call it plain education loan. Nowadays, we have a lot of derivatives. So we have loan for skills, we have loan for TVET, loan for higher education, loan for online learning because of the pandemic. So it is triggered by something or someone. Over.
Okay, thank you, Garcia. Again, okay, we needed to be in symphony what is happening in the market. When I talk about the market, we are talking about our customers, okay? And as you, Garcia, told us, they have different programs, loans for learning distance, for the university learn, for the different kind of customers. That is, it's for sure, we need to go in this way. And another point that the Garcias bring in the discussion is that, okay, they go and ask the customers what they need, but sometimes the customers don't know exactly what are their needs. And so we can, let's see, input this, we can talk about that and find, okay, we decide to have new products that really the customer are not expecting, but they need this. That is different point, but interesting, okay? We needed to provide the service, but sometimes the customers don't know exactly if they need, but we are sure that they need, and then of course we can provide this service. Thank you, Garcia. Please, if I can, please go ahead. Please, Buick.
Are you getting me?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, just to add up to what my colleagues have just said, in developing a new product or services, you need to know what your partners want out there as a vocational institution. You are putting up for us, like we are putting out students. So when we have done our placement, and in certain areas, some of our students have been rejected because our partners, what they want out there is not what we have. So we need to do a thorough business analysis. A thorough business analysis on what are the needs out there. So somebody said a market survey. So we need to do a proper marketing strategic and plans to know exactly what they want so that we can be able to produce exactly what our partners out there need. So you have to do that thorough business analysis and the marketing survey, then you have to reach out to your customer or your partners. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Joaquin. It's for sure, we need to have the market analysis. And in second part of this webinar, we are going to talk about the value proposition. Okay, what's the value proposition that we provide to our customers? Okay, but for sure, to have the market analysis is very important. Please, wow, sorry, my pronunciation. Please go ahead.
Hello, everybody. First of all, I would like to apologize for my late, joining you, because I was extremely busy in these 2 weeks. So I would like to add up some points, especially in this, like for the new product and the services. I'm actually a colleague of my friend who is Siraj, who is in Zouerat, and I am in Wadibu.
We work for the same company. We work for SNIM, the Society of National Society of Industry and Mining. So for any new products or services, we start first with a diagnostic, for like to see the skill gap between like what we offer and what the real need of the users or the. And then we do a benchmarking to see what others do in the same way. And then we can use some tools like SWOT to see the to see for the plan development, professional development. And it's always like, and then at the end we start collecting the needs from our users. And I hope I didn't make it long. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Hamid Dua. It's some points, okay? Skill gap. That's the first time that we talk today, but it's for sure important, okay? We need to know the skill gap, okay? What's the gap? Okay, it means what the customers needs. Benchmark. It's important to make the benchmark, to understand what the other institutions are doing. And of course, to make the SWOT analysis. We are going to do this in the presential week, okay? Maybe it's interesting to make one pastel analysis too, but it's more, let's say, pastel, okay, it's to understand more about the position that we have in our society, okay, things like that. But the SWOT analysis, for sure, it's important to have this, to know how we can offer this, make it different from the customer, competitors. Okay, we need to make this SWOT analysis to know how we are, the points that we need to improve, the points that we are strong, and then of course to have a better condition to compete in the market. That's important. Thank you. Thank you. Something else in the chat box? Yeah, we have it. We work enterprise. Okay. 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 We talk with enterprise companies and get comments. Okay, of course, we need to listen our customers and then develop new curriculums and provide them the customers. Okay. Ideas, interaction with clients and stakeholders. What more? Okay, I think is that Ernestina do okay, goes, okay. Okay, so we have some ideas about new products and service, and then we go to the results. Okay, that is, we need to look, because the results, we need to look to our results, and then we know how we are going, okay? So, of course, when you talk about results, we are talking about measuring, okay, with economic, financial situation, customers, market, people, society, processes, suppliers, okay? It's possible to measure everything. Of course, we need to have some kind of key performance indicators, but we are measuring results. And again, we are talking about economic results, customer results, societal results, people, process, suppliers, okay? So we need to have some, again, we need to have some kind of system to measure the results. Look, here I have these questions. How are the results of key performance indicators related to economic and financial management are present? Okay, how do you measure your economic and financial results? Only this question, because in the second part of this webinar, we are going to talk about financial sustainability. So only as we are running out of time, only one comment, please. How are the economic and financial results present in your organization? But only one comment, please, because we are going to talk more about that in second part of our webinar. Someone, how is your economic and financial results are managed or present in your organization? You have a monthly meeting. How you check your results? No one? Please, Hamdou.
Yeah, well, we have many levels of presenting it. We have a daily meeting for our center here, but mainly it's for the activity, like for what we do in the daily routine. But for the financial and the economical one, we have a monthly meetings with all my staff, and we have every 3 months a meeting with our CEO, and we represent all the economical and the financial KPI.
Okay.
That's like the
process.
The levels of the presentation for each level.
Okay, so thank you. It's very interesting to have this every month, okay, to follow up all the KPIs, but especially the financial KPIs, okay, to check every month, okay. And as our colleague told you, after 3 months, they go to the CEO and have a board meeting and show the results, okay. I'm checking here in the check box, okay. Quarterly progress report, Alfredo Garcia saying, okay. Okay. Tokawa, okay. Okay. It's long here. Okay. Consulting stuff. Okay. That's it. Okay. Yeah, I understood the idea. So, my friends, our colleague Amadou talk about KPIs, okay, key performance indicators. Okay, the questions here, okay, what are your center performance indicators? Okay. Please tell me one. Okay, the financial indicator we have already talked, okay, but in your TVET center, tell me some indicators that we use to evaluate the performance. Very shortly, okay? It's only the indicators. You don't need to explain how it's let's say, evaluated, but tell me some indicators that you are using in your TVET center. Now, for more special for the TVET centers, okay? What kind of indicators are you using to evaluate the performance? Okay, ratio of...
Morning, everyone.
Yeah, please.
Yes, at our center, our key performance evaluation that we use, we evaluate on the trainees at the end of every practical introduction, practical and theoretical introduction. At the end of every topic, the trainees are evaluated. And upon their performance, they are clear for that course that have been introduced. Is how we evaluate our trainees at the center.
Oh, okay, thank you, thank you. You're evaluating the students. I'm checking, I'm giving you the floor for Mr. D and Garcia. 1 second, please, okay. I have in the chat box some comments, okay. Number of enrollments, of course, number of students, rate of human in man's employment rate is very interesting. This, of course, data of environment, employer satisfaction rate. Okay, Mr. D, please, Mr. D, please go ahead. Open your mic. Okay.
Vous m'entendez?
Okay. Yeah, no, it's okay.
Vous
Please go ahead.
m'entendez?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oui, oui, oui. So for us, among the key performance indicators, we have the percentage or ratio of people who we have trained and the number of people who have a successful training. So we have to measure the satisfaction of these people after they've gone through the course. And also the studying of the budget that we have allotted to this kind of training. And we tell this to the enterprise that is actually coming up with the money for this kind of training, and also the employment rate. So this is what we do.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you, Mr. D. Employment rate is very important for sure. Okay, Garcia, please go ahead.
Just quickly, number one, we always measure how much is our enrollees. And then after we measure that one, we measure also the retention until the completion of the program. It's very important because it's a measure of success, how successful the program is. Number two, we have gender targets also. So we deal with gender aspects of the program. So we need to know how much women are we helping, so we have targets for that. Number three, we have safeguard targets also. Under safeguards, we have indigenous people. So how many IP or indigenous people have we helped for this program? And then under safeguards also, we have environmental target. So with this training center, with this school that we have built, what are the greenhouse gas emissions that we generated? What are we contributing to the climate change, etc., like that? And then at the end of the program, at the end of the loan, when our government clients will pay our bank, we do a tracer study for employability. So how much have gone into employment? How much people have been idle or not employed? Over.
Okay, thank you, Garcia. It's again, okay, some different organization has different key performance indicators, okay? And one thing that I would like to comment is, we need to have some, I like to talk to top 10 indicators, okay? Because we cannot have so many indicators. We need to have some key performance indicators, okay? Some top indicators that, looking these indicators, we can say that the organization is going the right way or not. But again, as Garcia brings to us, it's different organization has different goals, for sure, and different indicators. That is the important. So I don't know. Okay, I think in the chat box, I'm talking about top 10 indicators. Okay, education enrollments, education from distance education class. Okay, here is especially in Brazil. Okay, these three, but technical service, income, current expense, operation result, sustainability, turnover, investment. It's one example of one organization. But again, each organization has their own key performance indicator because, of course, they have their own strategic plans, the specific mission, and things like that. Let me check in the box. Okay, sorry, it's a lot of, it's very good because you are participating, that's good, okay. Okay, do you have many personal options for our business? Okay, to check in the satisfaction of service, Jonathan is talking here in chat box, okay. Product and service, if the customer are satisfied with this. Tatiana would like to say something, Tatiana? Okay, look for effectiveness and efficiency in the service delivered, for sure, to check the efficiency and the effectiveness of the service. Okay, mount meeting report with our KPIs, great. Okay, in satisfaction of the students. Yes, okay, you understood the idea. We need to have performance indicators, and each organization will define their own KPIs. That's good for a while. Okay, thank you. So the last one, information and knowledge. Okay, information and knowledge. Of course, we are talking about how we deal with information, and of course, how we provide information for the organizational learning. Okay, and of course, the information is very important to take a decision. And with information, with data, with knowledge, we are going to have a better condition to take a decision. That's the meaning. So we are talking about organizational information, intangible assets, and organizational knowledge. The question here is how the infrastructure, okay, are, let's see, put available for the collaborators in the company, okay, with the growth of the organization. Let's try to simplify these questions, okay? Do you feel that your, let's say, infrastructure, it's okay for the level of your organization? Do you feel that your infrastructure, it's okay for the size of your organization, or it could be improved? What do you think about that? Again, your infrastructure, it's okay for the size of your organization, or it could be better? What do you think? No one? Everyone is satisfied with, let's say, the infrastructure of your organization for the information? Have you already talked about, let's see, security, the information, how you keep the safety of the information inside of your organization? No one? Okay, Garcia, go ahead.
Here in the Philippines, we have a centralized or national TVET center. Sometimes it's not the size of the infrastructure that is an issue here in the Philippines. We have a very large infrastructure or building. The main issue most of the time is the equipment, the machine, the hardware, or the software, no? And also, it's not just the infrastructure, but teachers. We don't have capacity for, I mean, the instructors does not have the right capacity to teach a particular subject. So, and it's not just infrastructure that is the major issue. We also deal with several softwares and hardware issue as well, sir. Over.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's a good point. Okay, it's I'm trying to talk about, let's say, the infrastructure, because always we are running, okay, behind of this, because the evaluation is so fast that we need to have new equipments, new softwares, okay. But you are right, Garcia. It's not only about the infrastructure only. We needed to have the condition to learn and use all these softwares, all this information technology that's available nowadays. That's a good issue too. Okay, my friends, we are running out of our time. Let's stop from here, okay? We need to change the subject, but it's a good reflection. I hope so. Again, Don't forget this, okay? This management excellence model, okay? We needed to know our customers, we needed to know our society, then we can make strategic plans that will be developed by people and process that will get our results, and all this surround with information and knowledge. That I would like that you keep in mind, okay? Because in the first day there in Torino in December, I will ask you to explain this model, okay? So I will jump this sustainable business development model, okay? We are going to talk this in Torino. Again, here, I think I have write this handbook about management of education and vocational training institutions, okay? If you would like to download this, it's only go in this link. It's free, you can download, okay, in English and French, okay? We have this handbook, okay? It's what we have present to you, okay? It's all you can find inside this handbook. It's only go in this link and download this, okay? So that is for this management excellent model. Let's stop here and change the subject. Okay, my friends. Okay, so in the chat box, okay, our infrastructure needs to be improved. Yes, always, okay, to promote Polytech. Okay, let's change the subject. Thank you, my friends. Let's find another presentation. Sophie, so far so good?
Yes, for me, it's good. Actually, you don't need to, you don't need me, it seems.
Okay. Okay. So again, I'm sharing here. Let's talk a bit. Please tell me if it's okay. Presentation, Sophie. Okay, you are seeing the presentation?
Yes, we do.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we have 20 minutes, yeah, a bit less, but let's talk shortly about this second week. It's more a public-private partnership and self-financing. I will talk more about self-financing and let's say, Stefano to talk about this public-private partnership. It's very interesting for sure. I'm aware that you know how is important to have the public-private partnerships. It's to provide the professional education. It's we need to have a good infrastructure, and it's not easy to keep a good infrastructure. Always is changing. Okay, we need to have, let's say, partnerships to be able to provide a very good training. So here is the topics of the second week. Financial Strategic of TVET Center, Boston Matrix Product Profile Analysis, okay? And we have our forum, okay, about the best practice of self-financing. And please go there and share your experience. So let's have a short talk. That is some topics. First one, Financing Strategic of TVET Center. Stefano is providing you this lesson. Okay, please go there and watch this Stefano lesson about financial strategy. When you talk about financial management of TVET Center, of course, it's a balance. Okay, it's I don't know in English how to say this performance balance here, okay, the hope, okay, but you understood the idea for sure. So in the lesson there that you can watch, okay, the Stefano lesson, he shows this economic model. because when we talk about finance, we are talking about income, and of course, the other side is the cost. We need to, let's say, increase the income, and of course, if you can reduce the cost. And we have some, let's say, key points here. We have the contributions, public finance, operational revenue, and diversification of the private funds to improve the income. And of course, business partnerships. We have a solidarity funds, we have major donors, okay, that we can have the income. And the other side, of course, we need to look to reduce the costs, okay, the other side, because if we increase income, if we are able to reduce the cost, we are going to have a bad, let's say, sustainability. That is, let's say, the key model that Stefano is showing in the lesson. So, I talked some minutes ago about the proposition value, okay? What is the value proposition of your TVET center? That is the question that we need to keep in mind. Let me talk, okay, who knows what means value proposition? Who knows what is value proposition? In short words, please, someone. What is
advantage?
Advantage, okay, thank you. What more? What is value proposition of your TVET center? Someone else? No? Okay, let's talk about value proposition. Okay, so that is value proposition canvas. If you put this in the Google, okay, you have you will find a lot of examples about that. But what it's talking about, and you can see this in the Stefano lesson, okay? We have a customer profile and we have a value proposition, okay? Let's talk about customer profile, okay? We need to understand, okay, who is our customers? What he do in the every day, okay? What are their pains? What are the gains that he expecting? And the other sides, it's our institutions. What are kind of product and service that we provide to these customers? What are the gains that we provide to our customers? What are the pain relievers that we provide to our customers? When we understand our customers like this, the profile customers, what does your typical customers want? What makes your client or customers suffer? What is your typical customers looking for? Okay, so we need to go in the customer profile and try to understand them. When we understand our customers, we can go in the other side, in our institutions, and think about what products and service we offer. Which of your service are gain generating, okay? Which service we can, let's see, fit the customer's, okay, problem? Which of service, okay, can release the pain of our customers? So that is the point. A value proposition here is the match. We call the match in the middle. We know our customers, we know what he would like to gain, we know the pains of our customers, then we know what kind of products fits to the needs of the customers. When do we to the customers. And when we have the good service that the regeneration gains for them, we have some release of their pains. We find the point. We find the let's see, the right solution to them. That is the key point. Okay. So, who already knows this model, or have the opportunity to work with this? Someone has the opportunity to work with this value proposition, with this canvas model or not? No one had the opportunity to work with this? No, okay. Let's have the opportunity to talk more with this in the Torino. Okay, they're in Torino. But please go and watch the Stefano lesson about that. It's very important because, again, we need to understand our customers. Okay. And then, of course, if we understand the needs of our customers, we can provide the right solution. Then we have the match here. Okay, my colleagues, you get the idea? I hope so. You're still with me? It's quite, Sophie, the connection is right, it's okay?
On my side, it is okay. I haven't seen complaints in the chat box on the connection, so I think it's okay. Maybe we are entering in some more technical or unknown subject. I don't know.
Okay. I'm sorry, my friends. I'm only kidding with you. Okay, but it's okay. We are with you. Okay, in the chat box. So we are going to have the opportunity to talk more about that. Please go and watch the lesson. Okay, it's very important to understand this concept. Okay, because without customers, our organization doesn't exist. And for that, we need to understand our customers. So how do you build customer loyalty? What do you think about that? That is another question that we need to have in mind. How we can conquer our customers, okay? How we can build customer loyalty? What do you think? Someone would like to answer these questions or try to answer this question? Of course, it's many ways to build customers' loyalty. But one example, please. Please, Garcia, please go ahead.
Okay. For example, in a TVET center, your product, your courses should be very good, definitely. We need to fix the product first, okay? Because you cannot, sorry for the word, you cannot bullshit your customers while your product is not good. So make sure that the product is very good at first, and then with that, word of mouth will go out. If they learned a lot, and then they received very good gains from that course offering, then your institution will be known for will be famous for giving out that best course. No, so that's my point on that one. Over.
Okay, thank you, Garcia. What Garcia is telling us, okay, let's put in another words, Garcia, okay. The students comes to our TVET center with one expectation, okay? Could be, okay, the first one is normally, okay, to get a job, Okay? Yes, to get a job, it's employment, okay, to get a job. That is the first one. Okay, can be the emprendedorism too, okay? But if he get a job, of course, he will look to our organization or TVET center and said, okay, that is very good. Okay, to get a job, suppose that he has a good training, a good infrastructure, a good teacher methodology, and so in the end, he got a job. That's the key point. Okay? We satisfy their needs, okay? Because he comes with the idea, after this course, I will be able to get a job. So in this way. But again, thank you, Garcia. Adu, please.
Okay, thank you. And yeah, so how do you build customer loyalty? I think that I'll give an example from what we do here. We secure funding to provide training. And so for us, what we do is to ensure that our programs are tailor-made to suit the needs of the intended trainees. So for instance, until late last year, November, we had vocational skills training programs that ran for between 6 months to 1 year before a trainee can finish. But then we realized that because of the duration, mothers, single parents or single mothers, and then vulnerable women and migrants were not so much interested in the vocational training program because of the long duration. Usually when the migrants arrive, they are in a hurry to start working and earning money. So we decided to design a vocational skills training program that they could learn within 2 weeks. Intensive program with a lot of practicals that they could learn within 2 weeks. And so we piloted the first one and the outcome was great. So now we've realized that a lot of mothers, the returned migrants who were not interested in vocational skills training, are all now interested in the short-term skills training rather than the one that takes 6 months to 1 year. So I think doing tailor-made programs to suit the targeted trainees and their needs, apart from the classroom learning, it has been of help. And then the other thing has to do with the quality of service that is being provided. So sorry, because we deal with large numbers, usually for most of the institutions we find around, they just do what we call the mass production. People enroll, and then when the time is due, they just go through, write the exam, get their certificates, and that is it. The difference that we make in here is to ensure that each person's learning ability is appreciated right from the word go. So there are people who have never been to school. What it means is that they don't speak English. And so for them, we do instruction in the local language to ensure that they get the best of the training. And then even for those who have been to school, depending on their level of education, we categorize them and do the quality and targeted training in that scope for them. And then the last is that we also ensure that right after the training, we do well to provide them with startup tools so that they can start working immediately. So for them, seeking for a job after the TVET training is not a headache anymore because they are their own entrepreneurs and business owners once they finish with the training. So this is how we are able to build customer loyalty. And we've realized that because of that, now we have a lot of requests for vocational skills training than it was in the previous years. Over, please.
Okay, thank you, Adu. If you agree, if you look here, Adu, okay, you go through, let's see, all of these key points of the customer profile. You understand what they need. You understand their conditions. Then you change, let's see, the 6 months to 2 weeks training, okay? You adapt. So you are, let's see, without using this model, okay? But you have gone through all these, the pains, what they want to gain, okay? So we do this normally, okay? What I'm bringing here is one tools that we can look this and systematically, look to our customers and look our products. But you already do this, okay? It's very, that is for sure, because okay, you run your TVET center and you look this, what we are bringing you again, okay? It's one tools that we can have a very clear this, but congratulations, okay? It's the way to understand our customers. Then they will be loyal with us. Thank you, Adu. Okay, please, someone else. I mean, Pikmakilika. Sorry, please go ahead.
Good evening from Cambodia. This question, to me, customer, I can classify in two key role player. One is the student itself, and the other one is the end consumer, which means that the employer that will receive after we produce or train those trainee or student become as the graduate and then work at the workplace. So a good quality of the service is quite very crucial, important for us as the management of this vocational school training. So when I talk about the quality of the service, it contains the quality of assurance, which means that we need to look at the process of what we are going to do, what is our teacher, and what is the resource that we have. So all these resource and the human resource that we have, I refer to the teacher, and also the other one is about the method to provide the skill. Because this is really important to meet the requirement of the workplace or the world of work. Without having the world of work, we have no vocational training. So this is the logic. So that's why, to me, to build that customer, we need to look at two targets of our customer. One is the student, and another one is the employer that receive it. So in order to have it, we need to maintain the quality of the service. The quality of service, it remains to the inspiration of the student itself, the talent that student have. So being the leader of the vocational training or the TVET sector, we need to use our heart feel to treat the student. So treat them as the second home, which means that when they have the feeling, the desire or the learning is there. So this is to build the loyalty of our customer. Is starting from the trustfulness, integrity, transparency, and the quality. So that's from my point of view. Thank you.
Thank you, Wim. Okay, it's very important to talk about quality. Okay, for sure. Okay, to be honest with the proposition. Okay, but without quality, we will not build a customer loyalty. For sure, quality is very important. Okay, you are right about that. Thank you. Oh my God, the time is flying. Kemokai, please.
Yes, so thank you very much. Just to add up to what our colleague just said, from our center, the Morovia Vocational Training Center, so our motto is satisfying the needs of industry. So how do we build customer loyalty? Firstly, when we are designing our training activities, we first of all find out from our customers, which is a very critical part, which is the private sector, because it is the private sector that is.
Oh, the connection is, I think, is. I'm not listening to you more.
Going to example, those in the electricity shop and say, what do you expect of an electrician? And they say, we need X, Y, and Z of an electrician. So based on
Kimokai, are you listening to me? The connection is let's say, is broken.
Yeah, also from on my side.
provider, for example, based on that one, with the cost, with the confidence that what they already need have been transported into the trainees. The trainees have acquired the skills that they already need, because before we started the training, we had a conversation with them and they told us these are the qualities that we are looking for in an electrician. So based on that, loyalty from the customer is high and is built to a higher extent. So that's how we build our customer loyalty.
Okay, thank you, Komakai. Okay, we have some breaks in the connection, but in the end, okay, I understood, okay, that you work for the industrial segment, okay, side. And of course, we needed to know exactly what kind of capacities or competence they need. And of course, the TVET center must provide this competence. And so if you deliver the right competence, of course, we are going to build the loyalty of this. But we need to go there to listen them, and then for sure to have a good quality, to develop the right competences in the students, that they can go there and provide the right job. Thank you, Komakai. Mr. Dia, please. Hello, Mr. Dia. Hello.
Mr. Dia, your mic is on off, I think.
Mr. Dia.
In the meantime, Dionisio, there are some comments in the chat
yes,
box as
a lot
well.
of comments in the chat box, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good, that's good. Okay. Ask for the feedback. Is it okay? It is interesting, Mr. Shaman. To exceed the customer expectation through value proposition. Yeah, that's right. Okay, you need to go beyond, okay, the expectation of the customers. Okay, TVET, responding to the feedback and reviews. Again, we need to check after each training that we provide. We need to make one, to have a feedback. We need to reflect of the results of the training, for sure. Okay, build loyalty by building good outcome. Yes, the results that I'm talking about, we need to check the results, these outcomes. Letting your customers know that you evaluate their feedback shows that, okay, yes, we need to ask for the feedback from our customers, and then, okay, go back to them and see, okay, we listen to you, we are going to improve our training, or we are going to improve our service, that's for sure. Yeah, okay, again here, Jonathan, solve customers' problem. Yes, or improve their situation. Yeah, that we are talking about. We need to understand our customers, and in the end, our service and product must solve their problem or improve their situation. Very good. Relationships, yes, to have a good relationship with the customers, okay, that they will still loyal with us, providing training technicians. Oh yeah, okay. We need to have a very good quality, and quality means to have quality. We need to have good teachers. We need to have good infrastructures. Yeah, for sure. So, Mr. D, you want like to talk or not? No. So, Sophie, we passing 10 minutes. Okay. Look, my colleagues, in the respect of your time, we are going to stop here. We have more next week to continue to discuss about sustainability and things like that. Some more opinion, then I will stop to share. Let's open our camera, please. Then I can see you, okay. So let's open our camera, then Sophie will make, let's see, a picture, okay? Take a picture of our. So my friends, any opinions? So far so good, or something that we need to improve? Please let me know. Any opinions, please? Please go ahead.
Alors, oui, et je vois que les diapositives ne sont pas disponibles encore.
The slides are not available in French for the time being. Am I wrong or am I right?
Will be tomorrow or the after day. I'm going to send this to Sophie and she will.
The French of the excellence model is arriving. I'm still, I mean, it has been translated, but there are some details to finalize. So I will put it. I will put the presentation on the eCampus as soon as it's finalized. That should be this evening, actually. And for the presentation of today, it will be translated from the beginning, so that we may need more time.
It's a few slides, okay. I'm going to send it to Sophie, and then we are going to provide the translation, okay. And we are going to continue to talk next week, okay. But please go there in the platform and watch, let's see, the Stefano lesson, okay, about value proposition, about sustainability, okay, and let's continue, let's see, the course in the platform. Someone else, any opinion? Marina, everything's okay, Marina Davis?
Okay, hello. I'm on the second modules, and I want to post on the product and service development strategies. I try to do my posting, but it's not going through the second modules. So I want you to please help me. I try to tap in, and the while I'm tapping, it's not showing. So it's not going through. So I want you to please help me out.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Some more comments, my friends? Then we can stop for today.
Can I, sorry, Dionisio, Mrs. Davis, I think you should write an email to skillsdevelopment@itcilaw.org, so that I will be able to maybe understand a little bit more the issue, or to reply by something more technical and written. I cannot answer right now.
Okay. So my colleagues, thank you for the opportunity to talk with you. Okay, we see next week, and go there in platform, and please, if it's possible, post your experience about founding, okay, financial sustainability in your Tibet Center or in your institution. Okay, then is I think you agree with me that is very nice way to share experience. Okay, and so it's a good opportunity to learn from each other. Okay, thank you. Have a nice week, and see you next week. Okay.
Yes, see you next week.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a nice week. Thank you.